Yeah, close enough for bloody Facebook. Now pause for the inevitable, waiting for the stream to catch up. Oh, what does this button do? Oh, this button does that. There we go. Hi, folks. I cannot tell if anyone's actually watching this or not, and that's okay. Because I don't just do this for the fame and adulation. No, I do it because it's cheaper than therapy. At least, I think. It's been a little while since I've had therapy. I have had therapy, by the way. That was the thing that happened. And it was interesting. And then we moved to California, which has its own form of therapy. Sort of. So you can tell. If you can't tell, I have a light on. We have a ring light. The ring light is back. I figured out how to hook it back up. And I am back. I am back once again after a 3-week hiatus during which things were being done to my knees. Yes, Operation Retread is in full effect. I have received 3 injections of a product called Gelson 3 in both of my knees and a steroid shot. And let me tell you something about the steroid shot. Yeah, it made my knees not hurt like immediately. So that was the first time ever. Rob is not, well, you're doing a darn fine job of being not here, but being present at the same time, and I kind of dig that. So it has been a while. Show 298, as it says over there, which means that 299 theoretically would be next week, and 300, depending on how things roll out, 300 would be the week after that, which he said. I have 14 different access to 14 different calendars. So 298 is today, 299 would be the 23rd, and then show 300 would probably be on the 30th, unless something major happens. So, hey, end of the month, a big, McLarge, huge milestone event, show 300. Nobody thought we'd get there. I certainly didn't, and I'm the guy who's doing it. So, yeah. So let's just leap right into it, by the way. Leap right into it with a song that I usually reserve for ending my shows, which goes, Kaiju, Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep, Kaiju, Kaiju coffee, helps them not fall asleep from the depths of the sea to the city downtown. Kaiju gotta get up and start roaming around. But that decade-long slumber is real hard to shake off. What they need is a gallon of that bubbling black stuff. Kaiju, Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep, Kaiju. Kaiju coffee helps them not fall asleep. Just because you're a giant don't mean that you don't have needs. Sometimes some liquid ambition helps you both on great needs. You gotta level the city first thing in the AM. You need a tanker-side latte, get you going again. Kaiju, I ran out of breath. Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep, out of preference. Kaiju, Kaiju coffee helps them not fall asleep. Give a bridge, and it's like this. You know what's gonna happen? A giant monster's gonna come and kick it over. Kaiju, Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep. Kaiju, Kaiju Cafe helps them not fall asleep. Giant robots need fuel, and then a kaiju does too. You gotta grab you a jolt from the bubbly black brew. Kaiju cannot breathe fire if the stove is not lit. Chugging a macchiato and a flame on the quit. Kaiju. Kaiju Cafe rising up from the deep. Kaiju. Kaiju Cafe help them not fall asleep. Kaiju Blackout Pyro. I have no special effects budget, but that's okay. We're starting the show this way with a little bit of audio caffeine. Kaiju Coffee inspired, of course, by Cat's Cafe, one of the most wholesome and wonderful comics I've ever found on the web. I heartily encourage you to go check it out. It is a lot of fun. So, where the heck have I been? Well, I told you a little bit about that. It's been a thing. A lot of things have happened. It has been a year that has been fraught, is a good word for it. Definitely fraught. F-R-A-U-G-H-T. I went to college for a long time, and I have to use this stuff somewhere. But overall, we seem to be improving. I will not actually be officially reaping the benefits of the injections to my knees for another 3 weeks. It's supposed to take at least 4 weeks for you to start feeling the benefits. Now, my osteo specialist said it could take 2 to 4 weeks, but the people that make the product say it takes 4 weeks, and I tend to believe them just because they could get sued all to hell if it doesn't actually work that way. Oh, my goodness me. I'm actually, at this point, I know I wrote down all the songs. I just have to figure out which ones I'm doing next. Almost all of these are completed songs. There is one work in progress, which I'm gonna do, which is covered in the notes, because I kind of dig the song, and I think I figured out the actual strumming pattern. When I write these songs, sometimes I have music, and then I need to put words to it, and sometimes I have words, and I need to throw music at it. And this next one, I had words, and I had to put music to it. And I had to figure out what music to put to the words and what chords to put to them. Because it's the song called... You know, we're getting straight into it. I have to figure out the tempo. I inevitably start too slow. And now, happy little children, we will sing a happy little tune, yeah? A song about gambling, drunkenness, and defenestration, yeah. A song which causes me to sing in this insufferable barbarian accent. Yeah, I have to punch myself in the face. I hear myself like this. I was gambling in Helsinki, down upon my luck. Owed a lot to these big Flemish guys. I felt that I was stuck. I thought I was a goner, sure surrounded by mine foes. Then I remembered Hasselhoff, and he solved all mine woes. For he invented the Hasselhoff maneuver, which goes like this. Just grab them by the crotch, and then throw them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blue. Just grab them by the crotch, and then throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Well, I made my way out of there, and I fled down to the bar. I happily sipped lager, maybe 2 or 15 jars. Some massive Swedish mercenary spoke ill of my ma. I think I could escape this peril quite unscarred. Once then I remembered I had the informative booklet written by Oscar Hasselhoff, German Master of Defense, in my back pocket. I asked the Swedish behemoth to wait just a moment, and I read very carefully, and then I knew exactly what I had to do. So I grabbed him by the crotch, and I threw him out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blow. Just grab them by the crotch, and then throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. I need practice. I had gathered quite a crowd by the great feat I did perform. I ordered me another round, for I had grown quite warm. When time to pay the bill came, please for credit, were or scorned. And so I tried to stand mine ground, mine fate was quite forewarned. For it came to pass in that very tavern in Helsinki, a temporarily between violent conflicts, Oscar Hasselhoff, German master of defense, had taken up a part-time job as a bouncer. I was still. Good Abend, Master Hasselhoff, the gates. Would you sign mine booklet? We had to find a crayon, and then he signed it very carefully. He spelt his name right and everything. Then he grabbed me by the crotch, and he threw me out the window. I love that was right effective, I thought, as I was passing through. He grabbed me by the crotch, and he threw me out the window. Yes, it seems defenestration works on me as well as you. And now, happy children, sing along the happy song, yeah? You do not need to know all of the words, just the good ones. Grabs them by the crotch, and then throws them out the window. A lovely way to get about whatever makes you blow. Just grabs them by the crotch, and then throws them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Grabs them by the crotch and throws them out the window. Available wherever violent books are sold. I do have to say I really enjoyed playing that song live, and I did so at Oscar Hasselhoff's Adult School of Sword several times during my run at Sherwood. And I think if all goes well and I can convince Zane, if you're listening, I work cheap. The more weeks you book me, the cheaper I work. Then I might even be able to do like a 4-week run. That's my goal. To do like all of April and just do that song for Adult School of Sword, because it makes Herr Hasselhoff very happy to hear it, and to hear a whole group of bloodthirsty people singing the chorus at the same time. It really is quite an amazing thing. Yes. So, back to rambling. Ta-da! I did more that involved interacting with more of the musicians at Sherwood this year. And one of the things that I learned, much to my chagrin, is that I have absolutely no freaking clue what most of the songs they play are. Now, there are some songs that are fairly universal. I mean, Wild Rover, to which I have written the riff, Hangover, songs like that. But a lot of the songs that they play, particularly during morning song set, which is when they're playing out front at the front gate as people come in, so the people hear this festive music and dances, and there's a lot of like, and I had to stare very intently at Alan Adale's left hand to watch him make chord shapes on his guitar so I could guess which chords I should be playing. And that inspired this next song. Now, this next song I did the last show, which was almost a month ago at this point. And I had not quite figured out what the tempo and strum pattern is. Sometimes I have words I need to put to music. Sometimes I have music I need to put words to. And sometimes I have words in music that I just need to put a strumming pattern to, because with the right strumming pattern, a song is fantastic. With the wrong strumming pattern, a song is it could just do better. And this next one, which is Wandering Minstrel's Lament, is a song that I've written specifically because I'm not sure. I do not know a lot of the songs that people... I don't have them ingrained the way that these folks do, because they're actual musicians, whereas I am, as we know, an enthusiastic amateur and a dipstick with a ukulele and an inability to keep quiet. So, what I discovered is this one works at a very peppy, bouncy rate. And I've edited out a verse that I discovered I did not actually need. Let's see if we can get this right here. Now, it's very odd, too, because I can do this song in C, or I can do this song in D. And there's a verse in here that actually mentions the key of D. So I'm going to try this in D, and it may go horribly wrong. There may be bowing accidents left, right, front, and center, because I'm actually looking at the notes over here where you can't see, and the notes over here where you can't see have it C, F, C, and G. So, oh, I do not know your songs. No, I do not know your songs. Do not know your songs. I am not from around here, and I do not know your songs. If you ask me to perform them, I will probably get them wrong. I am not from around here, and I do not know your songs. Oh, I am a wandering minstrel, and I go from town to town. There's so much to sing out there, it's really got me down. To a new place, and they're asking me to play the songs they want to hear from me. I don't know anyway. For I do not know your songs, no, I do not know your songs. I am not from around here, and I do not know your songs. If you ask me to perform them, I will probably get them wrong. I am not from around here, and I do not know your songs. They ask me it's tradition, it's a song they all know. They try it again. They tell me it's tradition, it's a song that they all know, and it makes them all quite cranky. I don't sing it in this show. I got no clue how it begins. I think it starts in D, but the lyrics and the chords are all a mystery to me. For I do not know your songs, no, I do not know your songs. I am not from around here, and I do not know your songs. If you ask me to perform them, I will probably get them wrong. I am not from around here, and I do not know your songs. The whole thing's really awkward, I think you will agree. You'd feel the same way if you were a traveler like me. If you've ever been in my shoes, feel free to sing along. Oh, it just occurred to me, you do not know this song. Alright! No, you do not know this song. No, you do not know this song. You are not from around here, and you do not know this song. If you tried to sing the chorus, you would probably get it wrong. You are not from around here, and you do not know this song. Oh! Yeah, so we're still working that one. That is, as we say, being workshopped, which is part of what this is, which is a live rehearsal with heckling. Thank you for hanging out with me and heckling, Rob. I really appreciate that a great deal. So we're going to continue to mess with that. Now, there is another song. I'm going to see if I can actually replicate the strumming pattern that I came up with without having to play the strumming pattern. Because there is a phrase that has been stuck in my head for a while. And that phrase is, that reminds me of a song. Because so many things do. And I've actually written enough songs that I can respond to about 45% of all social media posts with some kind of song that's strangely relevant. But this one is much more of a, instead of it being like a belly, it's much more relaxed. It goes, that reminds me of a song that I'm just about to write. I don't know if it will take long, but you know I think I might. That reminds me of a song that I'm just about to write. I don't quite have all the words, but I'll sing with all my might. I think this is one of those that could really, get a big rolling on. Like, oh yeah. Reminds me of a song. That reminds me of a. That reminds me of a song. Yeah, the whole big refrain at the end with people singing along and waving their lighters or their phones or throwing things at me. Let's be honest about this. Works in progress, they all have all kinds of potential for going horrifically wrong. Much like this show, but that's okay. Because, we're fine. I would now like to play another song that I haven't played for a while, so it could go horribly wrong, or it could work out perfectly. There's a lot of that. But this song is, of course, what we like to refer to as song number 5, which is... If you've been here, you made it! You made it just in time, 'cause we're gonna sing. Eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now, here we go. Now a sailor came to Bertha's with a problem most severe. His manly pride had been atrophied by a voyage of 14 years. Oh dear, he ate a plate of mussels. Now he sings in a different key. His jib'em set right, he'll be back there tonight, and he's not going back to sea. So eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now a lady came to Bertha's who wanted a daughter or son. The doctors had said with a shake of their head that she couldn't have either one. So she ate a plate of mussels and went home to her husband there. Hi, babe, she tuned up his truth, and to tell you the truth, they had triplets the very next year. So eat Bertha's mussels, yum, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. They will cure your diarrhea, cure your constipation too. Just swallow a box for the chicken pox, for the measles or the flu. So if you fancy a healthy life, get your daily dosage straight. A plate a day of Bertha's mussels and you'll live till you're 98. So eat Bertha's mussels, yum, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. It is the all finale show. It really is. I'm singing an awful lot of closing songs because I want to. Because I can. Tapo, you made it. Yay. Oh, hey. Oh, a company outing involving a drink mixing class? Ooh. Until you try out your third one of the evening. Well, you know, I'm going to say that whiskey sours are interesting. There actually is a whiskey sour mix, but if you are a perfectionist, you will actually create your own. I only know that there's a whiskey sour mix because my wife works for a company that provides food and bar beverage products, and there is, in fact, you can get a carton of whiskey sour mix. You just put it in the fridge, and just kind of when you want to, you whiskey, mix, ice, stir, shazam. Yes, especially if you have to drink your mistakes. And if you have to drink your mistakes, let's be honest about this. The more mistakes you have to drink, the lower your chances of accuracy on the subsequent beverages. But, my goodness. This has been cathartic to me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. And those of you watching later on can only imagine just how good it feels to be back in front of this screen now that I have the ring light on. I do have a ring light on, so you can see what it looks like with the light, without the light, with the light. I look so much more realistic and lifelike with the light, don't I? We will carry on. One more song as we go. Now, like I said, this is show 298. We'll have 299 next week and 300 at the end of June. And then we may still do a big dumb show on July 4th because I am taking the 5th and the 6th off because I can. And because I, like many Americans, have to go to work, would normally have to go to work the next morning after the 4th of July when everyone else around me has decided it's a good idea to wait until about 2 o'clock in the morning and blow crap up. So July 5th usually finds us filled with the love of human kindness, having genuinely positive attitudes towards everyone and everything, especially if you're in customer service. So we'll be taking those 2 days off, and then we'll be going to a wedding on the 8th, which is awesome because my friends, Michelle and Jess, are getting married. And I think that is fan-bloody-tastic. So we'll do one more song, and we'll call it a day. Of course, if you came in late, you can always watch this as it goes into replay. It'll process on Facebook and YouTube and so forth and so on. I will do this again next week. I will continue to do this to keep in practice, probably all the way through till Steampunk November, which I'm going to go to whether I'm booked or not, but because I am the cheapest thing they can possibly book that's not related to anyone who runs the place, I'm fairly positive that they will book me. And there are some other things that might come up here and there. I'm trying to do more local gigs, but it's always an interesting challenge. Demand only real life decor, Matthew. Except no imitation. That's right. Ah. We were going to do the last song of the show, the moment you've all been waiting for, of course. This would be show number 5. Number 5. That was show number 5. This is song number 6. A 6-song show. Well, 5.5 if you count the work in progress that way. Because, see, people say that because I write some songs, I might just be a bard. But writing songs is really fun. It's really not that hard. I call myself the Troubadork. That B word has me jarred. Because while I am not a bard, I've frequently been barred. Remember, there's a very fine line between being hired talent and an omnipresent irritation. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs, I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, meant all but feathered and tarred, and to make the matters worse, from all the bars I have been barred. Hootenannies will not have me, nor will any open mic. I can play whatever song I please, but nowhere that I like. People want me to pay for my sins, but music should be free. And while I can play wherever I please, no place is pleased with me. Does it mean something when the band has to pay the cover charge? These are the kind of questions I ask myself as I'm being hurled face first out the door. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs, I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, meant all but feathered and tarred, and to make the matters worse, from all the bars I have been barred. I may be a humble poetaster, a poet not so good I remember the verses. I just want my songs to come out right like any sane man would. But the people, when they hear my songs, react with low regard just because they say my music left them emotionally scarred. Well, I did do the song about defenestration and Kaiju and not knowing songs. I wrote a song about not knowing songs and BERTHA'S MUSSELS. And finally, I'm doing this song, which pretty much cements my place as the single most self-aware music act in the entire Renaissance festival industry. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs, I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, meant all but feathered and tarred, and to make the matters worse, from all the bars I have been barred. So So my friends, you know, all know my tale, take pity on my plight. So let's just want to play our stuff and pray it comes out right. If you see your humble troubadour, please do not run away. As I stagger through this world, searching for somewhere I can play. Like a tavern, cabaret, an open mic night, the occasional godforsaken field in the middle of a cow pasture somewhere in the piney woods of Texas. I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs, I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, been all but good and hard, and I make no matters worse from all the bars, oh yeah! I've been barred from ships and taverns, I've been barred from pubs and clubs, I've been barred from village fairs, they even took my ticket stubs. I've been barred from local jam sessions, and I've been southern and hard, and I make no matters worse from all the bars. I have them barred. Ow, that hurts. Don't pick your guitar with your nose. You can pick your guitar and you can pick your nose, but don't pick your ukulele with your nose. That hurts. Ooh, I love it when people sing along, even when it's way over there and I can't see it. Thank you very much, Carla. Welcome. As we say, all good things must come to an end, and unfortunately, while this one may not qualify, I do need to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me once again. Without you here, this would be even harder to justify. As you can see down here, the low crawl at theadequate.com is like all the places, all the website for all the things, generally kept up to date, at least as much as a fairly benevolently neglectful dictator can do with this website. I want to thank my Patreon peeps, Tim, K, Jen, Joe, Austin, Chris, Teppo, Isaac, Jasper, Linda, Ann, Rob, Steve, BK, Richard, Brian, my long-suffering editor, Lorene, without whom much of what I do would be even less cosmetically attractive and even harder to hear and see, because a lot of the technology that's surrounding me is technology that was brought forth by the generosity of my Patreon patrons. Making the world safe for adequacy one day at a time. Wow, yeah. I work on Fridays, so I was already here. That's where this whole thing came from, is that I was not actually driving home from 4:30 to 5. So from 4:30 to 5, I would block out this time. And for a while, I was doing it Monday through Thursday. I did it Monday through Friday for a little bit, then Monday through Thursday during lockdown. And then as work began to pick up, you do these things, and now here we are. We will continue to do this stuff until such time as they tell us to stop. Whenever that is. I don't know when that is. We'll find out. One way or the other. I will be back next week, roughly the same time, roughly the same location, very much the same background unless we get very clever. We may change the list on there. Hasselhoff, you can run it back, and it is there. I did manage to get most of the words right, which is good. It is always fun to hear a live crowd sing the chorus, because if one person does something dumb, it's dumb. But if you get a crowd of people to do something dumb together, you are probably at a Renaissance festival. Well, heck. I'm beginning to run out of things to say, and I bet you didn't think you'd hear that, did you? So be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be safe. Be sane. Be kind. Be silly. Fight fire with marshmallows. It confuses your enemy. Trans rights are human rights. Glory to you and your identity. And it harm none. Go out and be whoever the heck it is that you need to be as you're finding out who you are. All of us are still finding out who we are. I certainly am. Do you think this was the end product I was looking for? No. I'm not sure what the end product will be. But eventually there will be one, and it will probably be kind of cool. Oh, let me think here. I'm at The Adequate on Twitter. I'm at The Adequate on Facebook. I'm at Tobias The Adequate for the Tobias The Adequate page. I am at The Adequate for Venmo, $ The Adequate for Cash App, PayPal. I'm paypal.me/The Adequate. My branding is very strong, and no one else was dumb enough to pick up that domain name. Yeah, that's enough out of me for another one. I will see everyone here, and maybe a few more people, or different people, from this side of the screen next Friday, when we'll do this again. I'll work on some more songs, and hopefully can all do this again because it's fun. So you've all been fantastic, and I have been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you all for encouraging my behavior. I'll see you again next